Have you ever thought about how the first few hours of your day can shape the rest of it? Powerful, isn't it? The morning. Those few quiet hours when the world is still waking up and you have the chance to set the tone for the day ahead. Imagine the morning as a blank canvas. The quality of your brush strokes in those first hours can determine the masterpiece or the mess that will emerge by the end of the day. How you begin your day has a profound impact on your productivity, mood, and overall well-being. Now let's talk about morning routines. They're not just about making your bed or brushing your teeth. A morning routine is a set of carefully chosen activities designed to kickstart your day on a positive note. It's about creating a sacred space for yourself, a time when you can focus on self-improvement and personal growth before the world demands your attention. But here's the catch. Not all morning routines are created equal. A transformative morning routine goes beyond the basics. It's not just about doing things but doing the right things. It's about incorporating habits that energize you, inspire you, and prepare you for the challenges of the day. A transformative morning routine could be the difference between a good day and a great day, between living life and conquering it. Think about it. The most successful people in the world, from industry leaders to sports icons, all have one thing in common. They swear by their morning routines. They understand the power of those first few hours and harness it to fuel their success. But don't just take my word for it. The science backs it up too. Studies show that a structured morning routine can reduce stress, enhance productivity, and boost happiness. So it's not just a feel-good theory, it's a scientifically proven strategy for success. The beauty of a morning routine is that it's customizable. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution but a personal blueprint for success. It's about finding what works for you, what makes you feel good, and what sets you up for a successful day. Now let's delve into a story that exemplifies the power of a morning routine. Meet John, a regular guy with an extraordinary story. John was, in many ways, your everyday individual. He held a 9-to-5 job that he neither loved nor hated, he spent his evenings watching television, and his weekends were a blur of chores and errands. His life was, to put it bluntly, ordinary. Yet beneath this veneer of normalcy, John was discontent. He felt like a spectator in his own life, going through the motions without truly living. This discontentment was the catalyst for change. John's journey to transformation didn't come easy. He grappled with the comfort of routine and the fear of change, often feeling overwhelmed by the enormity of his decision. But it was his desire for a different life that spurred him on. He realized that he needed to break free from the shackles of his mundane existence, and he decided to start by transforming his mornings. He began to understand that the way he started his day had a profound impact on his mood, productivity, and overall happiness. The first step in his transformation was setting an intention. Instead of waking up with a sense of dread, John decided to wake up with a sense of purpose. He started to visualize his day, setting goals for himself, and envisioning the steps he would take to achieve them. The second step was to cultivate a sense of gratitude. Instead of focusing on the negatives, John started each day by acknowledging the positives in his life. This simple act of gratitude shifted his mindset and allowed him to approach his day with a more positive outlook. The third step was to incorporate physical activity into his morning routine. John started to jog every morning, something he had never done before. This not only improved his physical health but also provided him with a sense of accomplishment first thing in the morning, setting the tone for the rest of his day. And finally, John made time for self-reflection. He dedicated 15 minutes each morning to journaling, allowing him to connect with his thoughts and feelings. This practice helped him gain clarity and focus, equipping him to face the challenges of his day head-on. John's journey wasn't without its challenges. There were days when he wanted to give up, to hit the snooze button, and revert to his old ways. But he persevered, reminding himself of why he started in the first place, and slowly but surely, he started to see changes. He felt more energized, more focused, and more in control of his life. His relationships improved, his work performance skyrocketed, and he found a sense of fulfillment that he had never experienced before. John's life changed drastically, all because he decided to conquer his mornings. What exactly did John change in his morning routine that made such a difference, you might ask? Well, the secret lies in the 3 key elements of his new morning routine: consistency, discipline, and a positive mindset. Let's start with consistency. John understood that to transform his life, he needed to implement changes that would stick. He recognized that habits form through repetition, so he made sure to build his morning routine around activities that he could do each day without fail. Consistency is the backbone of any successful routine because it helps to automate our actions, freeing our minds to focus on higher-level tasks. Now, on to discipline. Discipline is the driving force that keeps us on track when motivation wanes. It's the ability to do what needs to be done even when we don't feel like it. For John, discipline meant getting up earlier than he was used to, foregoing the snooze button and sticking to his routine even on weekends. It's not about being perfect, but about making a commitment and sticking to it, no matter what. And finally, we have a positive mindset. John realized that the way he thought about his mornings had a significant impact on how he experienced them. Instead of dreading the sound of his alarm, he started to view his mornings as a precious time to set the tone for the rest of his day. He began each day with gratitude, acknowledging the opportunities that each new day brings. By shifting his perspective, he transformed his mornings from a dreaded necessity to an anticipated ritual. But here's the beauty of it all. These elements are not set in stone. They can be adapted to suit different lifestyles and needs. You don't have to wake up at dawn to have a successful morning routine. What's important is that you find a routine that works for you and stick to it. Maybe you thrive on variety and prefer to switch up your activities each day. That's fine as long as you're consistent in setting aside time each morning for yourself. Perhaps you're not a morning person at all. That's okay too. You can still develop a positive mindset by focusing on the benefits of your routine rather than the challenges. And if you struggle with discipline, remember that it's a skill that can be developed over time. Start small and gradually build up your routine. Celebrate your wins along the way and be gentle with yourself when you slip up. In the end, the goal is not perfection but progress. It's about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. It's about creating a morning routine that sets you up for success, day after day, and allows you to conquer each day with confidence and grace. So, what exactly did John change in his morning routine that made such a difference? It's simple really. He committed to consistency, cultivated discipline, and embraced a positive mindset. As you see, it's not about doing everything right, it's about doing the right things consistently. Now, imagine what your life could look like if you took control of your mornings. Picture it, the alarm goes off. But instead of hitting the snooze button, you rise and shine, ready to seize the day. Your mornings no longer feel rushed or chaotic. Instead, they're calm, collected, and most importantly, productive. You've established a routine that sets the tone for the rest of your day, and it's transformative. Taking a leaf out of John's story, consider the small changes you could make to your own mornings. Maybe it's waking up half an hour earlier to squeeze in a quick workout. Perhaps it's dedicating the first 15 minutes of your day to meditation, or reading a chapter of that book you've been meaning to get to. Or it could be as simple as enjoying a peaceful breakfast instead of grabbing a granola bar on the run. Remember, your morning routine doesn't have to be a carbon copy of anyone else's. It's about finding what works for you, what energizes you, and what sets you up for success. It's about creating a routine that is uniquely yours. And don't be discouraged if you don't get it right the first time. It's okay to experiment, to tweak, to adjust. In fact, it's encouraged. Because it's through this process of trial and error that you'll discover your ideal morning routine, the one that leaves you feeling invigorated, focused, and ready to take on whatever the day throws at you. So ask yourself, what small changes can you make to your morning routine today? What habits can you start building that will set you up for success? How can you transform your mornings from a source of stress to a source of strength? In the end, it all comes down to one simple truth. The way you start your day determines the way you live your day. So, make your mornings count. Remember, every morning is a new opportunity to conquer the day. So are you ready to seize it? Ready to seize